What is up, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to be breaking down ASTS stock from a technical analysis point of view. We're going to jump into the financials, and then we're going to finish with jumping into my portfolio, where I did just open a long call dated all the way out to March 28th. So make sure you guys do stay until the end of the video so you guys can get in on that. I entered today, so there still is plenty of time. So make sure you guys do stay until the end for that. And then before I do jump into this video, make sure you guys do like and subscribe as always. And if you guys are new, make sure you guys do jump in the description down below and join up on our free Discord, where we have over 500 plus profitable members over there. That's enough yapping. Let me get into this video, where we do have ASTS here coming in with a $672 price target from Deutsche Bank, Deutsche. Don't know how to pronounce it, but Deutsche Bank or whatever is coming in with a $672 price target. Although their name is a little goofy, they are a credible source. But they do have this price target based on their growth over the last 5 years, forecasting that out for the next 5 years. Kind of just saying if they can keep pace on what they're doing, they will see, $672 as a intrinsic value. So obviously this is, a long ways away, but really not that much when you're thinking about it. A 20x from here is a bit of a stretch, but if the company is operating, then anything can happen. Companies have definitely done it before. No, I do not think that they're going to 20x in the next 2 years. That's not what I'm claiming. I'm just saying it's out there. Someone's seeing something on this chart. So that is just definitely something to note, especially when you're on the bullish side. Now, let's go ahead and jump into this chart here. I'm going to first talk about this long position I have so it makes sense with the rest of the video. I did enter on this long position right here at this green candle. I liked the way that we were in this bullish setup. I like the way we bounced on the VWAP. I also like the way that we were in this bullish flag. I like the way that we were bouncing off our lower trend line right here. I just really liked the way that the setup was looking. So I ended up taking that long, and it's been pretty great so far with about five following green candles. So it is looking pretty nice right now. We'll have to kind of see how it plays in the next couple of weeks, but I do have some high conviction behind that trade. Also, we are in this nice bullish flag right here. So as this does break out, I do expect to kind of hit our head on the top of this once more, come back down, find support kind of in this median line right here, and then from there continue much higher up to around that $39 price target. Now, going on the daily here, you can see we're actually coming out of this really nice wedge. And this wedge has been pretty, picture perfect. We went up to our beautiful first wave. We had a drop down to our second wave, where it hit my price target to the absolute cent. So that was a great call out. That's where we actually first alerted some shares on a turnaround. And I ended up getting my fair share of shares at around that $25, $27 price range. So I did wait for that breakout, but nonetheless, we're still a pretty good profit. But we can go ahead and target out and see where this is headed. Now that that second wave is definitely over, we're headed up to this third wave at $78.31. Now, from where we are today, that return would be about 145%. So obviously that is a great return, and there's still a lot less left on the table with this stock. We haven't even broken all-time highs. So from there, we'll definitely continue higher. And then my next price target here would be at that fifth wave move up to around 95.85. And that is around 201% from where we are today. I honestly think that once we get there, the fifth wave will be higher, just based off of the way the company looks and the way that the movement will be. I expect this to be very similar to Oklo. If you do remember, Oklo was kind of bouncing around in that range of like 24 to 17 for quite some time in that flag, and then absolutely exploded up to 60. So I do expect ASTS to do something very similar. And there is honestly a world where this thing is close to, $50, $60 by the time those calls expire. That is really why I'm liking this setup. I took it on a good short-term setup and a bigger long-term setup. So that was my ideology behind that. So now that we're done looking at the charts, we can go ahead and jump into that call, where I do have around 4 contracts of an ASTS $40 call for March 28th expiration. Now, I do have an average cost on these calls of around $2.16, and currently I'm up around $66 on these for a market price of around $928. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what I'm kind of targeting here. Simulated returns on Robinhood is a good way to look. It's not always super accurate, but it's about the closest that you can get, so I do like to use it. So targeting for that $39 price target that I have, that would be a return of around $1,390 on top of the $100 that or $1,000 that I put in roughly. So getting out, $2,000, $2,500 almost when you're putting in about 1,000. This is what, 161%. That is obviously a really great return. And then let's, have some fun. My next price target after we break all-time highs would initially be around $56. That would be around a $737 return for a $6,354 return. So obviously there is room for this thing to run. And if it does, oh boy, Oh boy, we are making a bag. Going over to that $78 price target that we have, that'd be about $14,000, guys. The risk to reward here is absolutely crazy. And no, I do not think that this stock is going to hit $78 by March. That is not what I'm claiming at all. I know there's going to be some people running to the comments saying, this thing is not hitting, 200% in 2 months. Guys, Oklo did 180% in a little bit over 5 weeks. ASTS setup looks just as good, if not better, and I have a call out, months in advance. So I 100% think it's possible. I'm not targeting that, but I do 100% think it's possible. So enough rambling. Let's go ahead and get right into my position here on the share side of things. This is going to be in my main brokerage where I have around $3,156 in ASTS for around 100 shares. I got my average price in at $27.79, and I'm up around 13%, or around $377 on this position. It's not my biggest position by far. I wish I did get a chance to get some more. I was looking to get some more shares at $25, but we never really got that dip. I assumed I was kind of buying at a little bit of a premium in the short term, but I guess not. We ended up moving up to around $33 and then back down to around 31 where we are today. So I do expect this to move much higher, but you can see we're already at 49% year to date. But the chart is looking very, very bullish. So I do think that there is some good continuation. I think we see that 150% return to that third wave move by around mid to late summer. I could easily see it happening in March or April. I think we could easily see that $55 price target come before summer. That's kind of what I would be looking at. But I do expect, this $39 price target to be hit within the next, 2, 3 weeks max. I think we maybe kind of last in this consolidating bull flag for maybe another couple days. Looks like probably like 3 or 4 days, maybe. At the end of next week, I expect a breakout. That is definitely when I'm expecting my breakout to at least $39. And then once we really flip that to support, then it's, fair game. We're headed to 55 and then from there up to 78. That is what is going to happen. And I'm very confident in that. So this is my long call here, that $40 call targeting $39. If you guys do want to jump in on that, it's really not too late. I would continue to kind of buy that under, let's see, around probably under 250, honestly. I mean, you saw those $14,000 price returns, excuse me. So if you're thinking that these contracts are going to go to $38 a piece and they're currently at $2.30, I mean, if the risk to reward is there for your portfolio, I would definitely recommend it. If it's not, pass on this one. It's not going to hurt. Don't worry about it. But that is just my thesis on the calls that I took and the shares that I own and what I think is coming with ASTS, because I do think that they are going to be a company of the future. I think they are going to revolutionize that stuff like that. And even if they don't, Rocket Lab, Lunar, Archer, all those kind of aerospace stocks are going to drag this thing up with them. So I think there is still, some room to grow. Even if this thing isn't going to be the next big company, I still think it is undervalued to where they will be. This company is definitely going to be worth more in the future. Now, is that $672? Is that $100? Is that $1,000? We really don't know. We haven't really seen any companies do something like this in a good time now, just because the niche is new, with everything going into space. That's just a new topic. So it really is still figuring itself out. But what I'm trying to say here is I am bullish long term on ASTS, and I do have my two targets at $79 and $95 respectively. So if you guys did like this video, make sure you guys do let me know down in the comments down below, as well as some videos you guys want to see in the future. And make sure you guys do join up on that free Discord as always. And I'll see you guys in the next one.